welcome back to DIY with Jens. No, just kidding. But yeah, I have a little DIY project on my plan for today. It was a bit derailed. I think this entire week is a bit derailed for me with spawning the fish. Got really lots of rain today, and the temperatures just have dropped. Pond temperature this morning was just under 17 degrees, 16.8. The last couple of days is just horrendous with the temperatures, and we're not getting much sunshine. My problem, is when I got back to work, the temperature rising again. So I took this shade cloth off, and when the temperature would come back to normal, but the forecast has changed, and till I think it's Tuesday when I fly out back to my work, it's not gonna change much in the temperatures, and it's all overcast. And yeah, it's funny, normally when we have our Bridgetown festival, what I said in another clip, usually we have hot weather here. I only remember it once, and it's 2 years ago, where it was freezing and wet. All other years, usually you walk through the street and it's just hot and you're sweating and you just can't wait to get into the shady spot and have a beer or a drink, whatever. But yeah, no, it's getting pretty cold again. I mean, not as cold as you guys have it in Canada or in Europe, but it is for us pretty cold. But back to what I said before with the DIYing, my little plan I have for my spawning spa. I'll turn you on and just show you what I'm up to. So behind that IBC here is an old hot water solar panel. I'll zoom you a bit out. Let's zoom in. Sorry. So a few years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, we got a new solar hot water system, because the old one had a leak and wasn't keeping up. So we got the new system, and I asked the guys to leave the tank behind and one of the panels. So yeah, I got this panel here, and I always had in mind to utilize it if I have a swimming pool or something. I'll use it on that to heat it. And so what I'm up to today, because it's just raining, and I was grass trimming our paddocks up there. You can't see it much, but I was grass trimming that yesterday, and I started this morning not expecting to see rain, because the rain wasn't forecasted, and basically halfway through it started raining, and by the time I decided to call it a day with a whipper snipping, it was drenched. It just poured down. So we just got a dry spot now. I got a few little parts, and I want to see if I can connect. First I have to find out if this panel is the one that leaks, because I'll try to avoid taking it completely apart. If I have to, I will do it, take the glass off and then take the innards out, the copper element that's in there. I think it's copper or stainless steel, something of them. I hope I don't have to, and it's not leaking, but if I have to, then I will take it out and replace it with 30mm poly pipe that will just go up and down with the poly pipe, and then put the glass back on, and hopefully that works for me. But the first plan is connect a few fittings to it and run water through and see if it's leaking or not. So for that, I'll come back to you when I started it, or when I have to connect it. So because the plan is, I'm not 100% sure yet if I just use this and then run it up there and come out there, or I run it up here, come in here and come out there in that exit. I'm not so sure yet, but I'll probably try first with this one here, because I can keep the panel here leaning against the wall, because this is, from this point, most of the sun will come from here, shining against here, so it's a good spot. And then a tiny little pump will connect, put it into the spa, and then just circulate that water through the panel. I'm not going too much out of it and connect it between the pumps or something. Just drop it in there, tiny little pump. It's only supposed to warm it up for the spawning, you know, get it over the 20 degree, let the fish then spawn, and then demold it again, and maybe for the next year, or one day maybe put a permanent installation. We'll see. Okay, come back to you when I sorted this panel out. Bye for now. Yeah, well, we're back, and yes, it's connected. So as you can see, the water's coming out after put a bit better on, but yeah, it's just a tiny little submersible pump I put in the pond stone there. I mean, excuse the green water, but actually don't mind it. It will be good for the fry later on. But yeah, so I have to connect this pipe a bit better, but it's working. We get this a bit more. Oh, damn it! Not so easy. Anyway, okay, you can see down there the water goes in from the little pump, and then it comes up there, out, and back to the spa. So I just have now to figure out if you have any leaks in the system. Oh, it's just, yes, it's good to go. So I just have to figure out how. I probably will get a clamp or something and put it on here. On the pipe is short, but I didn't want to use another full pack. This was just a pipe I had left over. So yeah, it works. At the moment the water is freezing cold coming out, of course. And when I connected first, because the panel was all day out here, and a few times where the sun warmed it up, the water that came through was getting, of course, warmed up by the hot panel, but now it's just cooled down as cold water. Well, that's from me. I'll finish a bit better off, and then I come back to you. Here we're back. Yeah, so far it's working, and I'll let this now run for a couple hours. Even the sun is now not on the panel anymore, so I just want to see if this panel is really watertight. I can't see any water accumulating down here at the bottom, so to me right now it looks like the innards in there, or however it's made, is a panel with piping. So the water comes basically in here and then goes up there and then leaves by the top. And I got a little clamp, so I connected the pipe there to, and so now the pipe sits tight in there, returns the water. It's only a tiny little, one of these tiny little submersible fountain pumps. Uses only, about 8 watt or something, but it's strong enough. I'm actually quite surprised how much water is coming through. Strong enough to go through that panel. So yeah, I hope that is all good so far. I'm very happy with it. I mean, it's a very crude setup. I mean, it could have maybe made it a bit more fancy, but you know, a few more elbows in there and make it a bit more hidden. But it's only to warm this water up for the spawning, because in Perth they all have done their spawning duties, and here down south lacking a bit behind. Not that it's a competition, but yeah, I would like to this year have a controlled spawning, and then yeah, have a bit fun selecting nice kois. Good, this was just a little video for me here doing a little DIY job, trying to hit the water. This could be maybe a solution in the future if I make a more permanent setup in this area. I have this idea in my head, but you know, this is financials and other projects I have around the house. But I would like to have a more permanent setup in this area, like a little greenhouse setup where even during the night time the water, the air temperature doesn't drop that much, and you can, like a shed / greenhouse, have it all nicely set up, proper setup, and have a panel maybe proper installed, so you just flick a switch in springtime and warm it all up and get your spawning done. Now, this is a future project, maybe during the winter work it out, we'll see. Yeah, that's from me, just a little video I will post tonight. There's another video I started, but this was just, I thought, a little in betweener. Okay, thanks for watching, and all the fun and best for your hobby. See you later.